My name's Colin McGregor. I'm from Kelowna, British Columbia, Canada. I'm a freshman at Missouri Valley, and I'm on the men's lacrosse team. And I'll be majoring in business with a focus on entrepreneurship. My main goal for a career is to become a carpenter when I'm older and to own my own company. So when I get out of school, I plan to go back home and finish my apprenticeship, which I'm already a year into, and then hopefully own my own company. I started as a laborer when I was 14 and loved it. Worked summers, spring breaks, no winter because it kind of dies down. But once I had been working there for a couple of years, I was like, oh, like this is what I really want to do, and started my apprenticeship when I was 16. And the rest is just the things I like to do. With the company that I work for, I've worked on big projects in for huge corporations like the ski hill where I live, we did a huge project. We built a bridge that goes over one of the ski runs, as well as a bunch of staff accommodations. And we've done small projects like renos, and we've built full houses as well. And I like all of it. I like to work with my hands, so that's what I want to do when I'm older. I came to Missouri Valley for lacrosse, and I was never really big into sports when I was younger. And then when I was 9, I started playing lacrosse, and something just clicked because I was like, I love this sport. And ever since then, I've been just chasing it and having the time of my life every time I play. My dad is who got me into it because he played for an NAIA school, the University of Simon Fraser in Burnaby, which is in Canada, about 4 hours from where I live. I play box lacrosse as well, which isn't very big in the US, but is even bigger than field lacrosse in Canada, which is what my scholarship's for. But box is a huge part of how I play because it's faster. It's like basketball mixed with hockey, mixed with lacrosse, whereas field lacrosse is 10 on 10, more like soccer, slower pace, more open, and boxes 5 on 5, just mayhem all the time, and I love it. When I was getting recruited to come play at Missouri Valley, it was a lot different than your average American recruiting story because the main goal for most Canadian players in lacrosse is to get to the States for collegiate opportunities. So high school lacrosse teams aren't really that big in Canada, and the school I went to didn't even have one. So I played for travel lacrosse teams that would just go to like the high level tournaments. So in 10th grade, I played for one team called the Thompson Okanagan Selects when we went to Vegas, and it was kind of a nightmare just because they didn't really know what we were doing, and we were a bunch of 15-year-olds and we didn't know what we were doing. And then the following year, I played for a team of D1 alumni coaches. So they were very talented but didn't know really how to help kids actually get noticed. But I sent out like a resume almost to a bunch of coaches, and I set up an online account on a website called Captain U. And a few schools, even in the KCAC, noticed me, like University of St. Mary's and Benedictine. But the fall of 2019 is really when the recruiting process got big for me, because I was playing for a team called the Northern Knights, and we were going on 2 tournaments. So that was big for me because the same team in 2 tournaments means that your number's the same, uniform's the same. Coaches can go, I saw him there, that's him there, and they can get more of a consistent idea of how you play. So I was in Baltimore when Coach LeMay, the at the time assistant coach for box lacrosse, field lacrosse, was he was recruiting and watching it. He sent me a message and said he'd like to talk and that he'd be in Vegas. And I was like, yeah, awesome, sounds good. Super nervous because I'd never really done that. And he asked how my grades were. I told him. He liked everything. And a few months later, after December, which was when I was in Vegas, I came down to Marshall in February and watched their first game and got recruited, and they offered me a sizable scholarship, and decided that this was the place for me. In 4 years at Missouri Valley, I would like to have a national title at least once with the men's lacrosse team, finish getting my degree, and keep my friendships that I make here, because everyone tells me that the friendships you make in college are like none other. And hopefully after college, once I get home, I can pick up my trades again and keep going with what I like to do. Thank you.